Is that shit recording? Yeah. Sick, dude. Oh my god, this chair is so uncomfortable, bro. Yo, what's up? This is export settings for photos in Lightroom. If you haven't checked out my export settings for videos in an IG format, definitely recommend you go and check that out. The link will be in description. So when I'm shooting my photos, I always shoot vertical. If you shoot widescreen, you can still do the same thing, but basically what I do is I'll crop it to a 4:5 ratio for Instagram. That's the best one. 1:1 just doesn't look as appealing to me, and plus with 4:5, you can get a lot more leeway, a lot more real estate on it, on Instagram especially. On horizontal photos, you can do the same thing. If you press the 4:5, it'll chop it just a little bit, but then if you press X on the keyboard, it'll crop it even more to the actual like portrait vertical like style, and then you can kind of shift it and get like your little perfect like vertical type image, right, for Instagram. So basically the settings, when you press export, so basically I keep my image format JPEG. I obviously put the quality up to 100. I don't limit anything. Color space is sRGB. The resize part is where I messed with a lot for a while, and I figured this is kind of the best. So basically you select long edge and then you click don't enlarge. My resolution, PPI or pixels per inch, is 240. The pixels part is where you want to, enter a number in, and a lot of people put different numbers here. Sometimes people go like super above, sometimes people keep it like really low to like Instagram standard. Like I mentioned before, my video export settings, you kind of want to have it to a sweet spot where it's a little bit bigger. That way when Instagram does compress it, it compresses it down a little bit to like their liking, but you don't lose much quality. If you do their like smaller recommended, it's gonna compress that. So again, it's like technically not good, And then if you export it to like a way too big of an image, it's gonna even be harder for it to compress it. So it's gonna be even a more uglier, unsharp image because it has to pretty much like decompress, or has to like pretty much compress so much of it that it can't handle it because it's such a big file on Instagram's app. So the sweet spot that I found was 2048. And then I go to output sharpening and I click it, sharpen 4, and I click screen, and the amount I put standard. And even though I do this sharpening for screen and standard, I still do sharpen my image regardless of how sharp my image looks. I still put some sharpening in there depending on the shot. Usually I always do like 50 or 55, and then I'll put the radius about like a 1.3 or 1.5 just to get the outlines really sharp. Even though if I do like dehaze or clarity and things like that where it's like messes with a little bit of the smoothness or the sharpness of an image, I'll always put that sharpness on there, and I always put the sharpness for the export settings, just because I feel like, again, it just kind of adds a little bit of extra like oomph to it, a little bit of sharpness to it, that I know when I'm uploading it, it has that in there. So it, as Instagram kind of compresses it and whatnot, it just looks better. But yeah, those are my photo export settings. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like and comment below on what you want to talk about. If you want to go over like Lightroom settings and different things in Lightroom and all that kind of stuff. Definitely make sure you check out the video export settings if you want to make sure you get, if you want, crisp, super crisp ass images, fucking, super litty. That's all I have for you guys today. Why did I say it like that? That's pretty much it. Yeah. I love you. Goodbye. Fuck. It keeps falling, bro. It keeps fucking breaking.